Alright, welcome back to another G Auto Repair YouTube video. And today we are working on a 1989 Ford Mustang 5.0. An oldie but goodie. And today we're going to be doing the AC system on this vehicle. We are going to do a retrofit. I haven't done one of these things in probably 15 years. I don't remember when was the last time I've done a retrofit on a car. But this has the old R12 refrigerant, so we're gonna be converting it over to R134 A, and we will be replacing all the major components to get this retrofit done, because with the age of this vehicle, the customer decided, let's go ahead and put some a new compressor and stuff in there, so we can make sure we have a good long service life. So to do a retrofit, obviously the first thing, or one of the first things we have to do is you know, put the fittings on there. Well, it's probably not gonna be the first thing we do, but it's probably gonna be the last thing we do. But you do need to change the service ports, and there's just these little adapters that you screw on in place of these, and that's it. That's pretty much the gist of that. But we're also going to replace the compressor. We need to get as much of the old R12 oil as possible from the system. They do not mix. Again, this is something I haven't done in a long time. I'm sure I'm gonna get something from somebody in the comments saying, oh, you're doing this wrong, or you're doing that wrong, or you should have done this, or you should have done that. Please forgive me. It's been a long time. I really haven't seen any of these anymore in, like I said, over 15 years. So if I missed something or I misspoke, please forgive me. But basically what you want to do is put the adapters on the Schrader valves. You want to get all the old oil out, as much of it as possible, and you want to replace the accumulator, which is back here. The accumulator, we're going to replace the orifice tube, which is actually part of the line, the liquid line, which is this one down here. I hope you guys can see that. It's going to be that one. We're going to replace the whole line because it's serviced with the line. And in this case, we're just going to go ahead and change the compressor, just to be on the safe side. Could we have a potential issue other than that? Yeah, absolutely. We could have a leak somewhere. We don't know. This came empty. There's really no refrigerant in there. We don't know what's what. We're just gonna go ahead and do the retrofit and kind of work as we go. One thing that I was clear that I did not want to do was replace the evaporator, because I did not want to touch this dash. The evaporator is underneath the dash, and again, this is a 30-some odd year car. Let me give you guys a look at this dash, how it looks. Very beautiful. Well, if we have to take this out, it may no longer look beautiful, because it's old, it's plastic, it's brittle, it could crack, things break. Again, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good, and we want to keep it that way. So I really want to not touch this dash for anything. I don't want to touch it at all. So hopefully we won't have any issues with the evaporator. Hopefully. That's my hopes. See, they've kept this car pretty well taken care of, so we want to make sure that we keep it that way. But they definitely need AC. It's really hot. They want their AC up and running, so we're gonna do that. So the customer supplied all the parts. He got a reman compressor. Again, we don't know if this one works or not. We haven't tried it. Like I said, it had no refrigerant in it. We're gonna replace the accumulator, which is right there, and it comes with this line that comes all the way here. I've already loosened these. This was a kind of a concern of mine, because we're gonna have to use the same original ports here, the manifolds here, and I was kind of scared. So, but they did come loose relatively easy. No stripped threads or anything as far as I could tell. Even the one here at the evaporator right there. Now to loosen the line in the bottom, that might be a whole different can of worms, because those are those quick connect things. So you need the special tool to release the spring, and then you got to fight with the O-ring. You got to fight with the O-ring. Hopefully there won't be any issues. Hopefully. And I say that again, hopefully. Again, with these old cars, anything's possible. So to get started, let's go ahead and put you guys back up here. Hopefully I got the camera set properly so you guys can see what's going on. I'm just gonna go ahead and start by removing the compressor. I mean, it's mounted on this bracket. We just gotta loosen here. We're gonna loosen here, there's another one back there. I don't know if you guys can see it. Loosen that bolt there. There should be another or two, which is here. It looks like they put a through bolt there for whatever reason, so we have to loosen that, and then the other one back there, and then this whole bracket will come out with the compressor, and then we can put the compressor on the new compressor on this bracket once it's outside of the system, disconnected completely. So let me go ahead and get my tools ready, and I'll be back in a jiff. Okay, so we're back. I got my adjustable wrench here. All I'm gonna do is just go ahead and remove, see if I can get it in here. I may not need it, actually. All I need is to loosen this, it's already loose. I just need to get it off completely. There we go. Don't need the wrench. Get this line off. This is the discharge line. There we go. Got that O-ring right there. I gotta match those up later. Okay, we're gonna disconnect here the clutch. There we go. That's pretty simple. We're gonna go ahead and use an 18mm wrench to just kind of get this belt loosened. Oh man, that goes way down in there. I did not expect that. Okay. Alright, there we go. So now this is loose. So now we're gonna go ahead and, with the 13mm, we're gonna loosen this bracket from back here. Hopefully we're not gonna have any surprises. Okay, there's another 13 here. Okay, this one doesn't have to come out all the way. It appears that it can just slide right on out. Let's see. I'm praying for no surprises. Okay. And I'm gonna go ahead and put this extension on there. It's too long. Too long. Okay, this one's good right here. Okay. Let's see if we can get it here on the side. Actually, I think this is a smaller. Alright, this baby slides right on out. As you can see here, there's a bracket. And this has been replaced before. No, it's original Ford. This is an original Ford compressor. It looks like it's got a Ford sticker on there. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's got a original Ford. Original Ford. All right, so let's take this inside, and we're gonna have to swap these out. And let me get set up inside, and we'll continue. All right, so here we are at the workbench, and here we have both compressors side by side. They look identical. The bottom looks identical. This bracket has to come over, obviously, but everything else looks as it should. And you know what? I think we found our culprit. I think this compressor was leaking. Yeah. See, notice all this oil caked up here. Yeah, I think our compressor was leaking. I think that was our culprit. This is the liquid line. We'll throw this here to the side for now. So let's go ahead and get these manifolds out. And I believe it's gonna be an 8 or a 6. It's a 6. Boom, boom. Yeah, there's some spiders there. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, now I do see something in here that I'm thinking is going to give me an issue on the original line for the accumulator. It has that cutout, which this one does not. See, so it doesn't let you fully seat. Yeah. So this has to come out somehow. Somehow this has to come out. And I'm not quite sure how yet. We'll leave this there for now. Okay, so let me see if any oil comes out of it. Nothing. Not even a drop. No oil. All right, so we're gonna have to make sure we get the right amount of oil in there. There you go. Okay. So what we're gonna have to do is put these O-rings, put new O-rings. I don't think, let me see, this is the box it came in. Oh yes, it is. Came with new O-rings, excellent. Talking about hot, it's hot in here. And just go ahead and put these in here, like so. In here, like so. Yeah. Okay. And then you go ahead and put the original bolts. Okay. Gonna go ahead and tighten this up here now. Okay, so I went ahead and loosened all the bolts again and made sure everything was lined up, because this one back here wasn't seating properly, which it is now. You're not going to be able to see that, but I was able to tell, so I decided to correct that before I got any deeper into this. So now that the compressor is installed, I'm going to go ahead and install the belt back on there. Relatively, or should be relatively simple procedure. And luckily we have a little diagram that we used to have back in the day. They don't really have that anymore, unfortunately. Why, I don't know. That was so useful. You don't have to go crazy looking online or in the service manual. How did this stupid belt went? None of that. It was just pretty straightforward. Oh, let's just look at the little picture, and that's it. You were done. But I guess that's too much to ask for now. Now I gotta figure out what I did with the wrench. Thought I put it here. Did I take it inside? Maybe, perhaps. I don't know. No, here it is. Alright, so everything seems to be in order. So then we just reconnect this little guy here, and we're done with that. The compressor is in. All right, the next thing I want to do is probably remove the accumulator, but that's the last thing I want to install, the accumulator, because the job of the accumulator is to remove well, one of the jobs is it's got a desiccant bag in there, and it's supposed to remove moisture from the system if you happen to have a little bit. So we definitely don't want to fool with that until it's time for it to go in, so that it don't get contaminated. Let me put this over here somehow so I can see what I'm doing. I can show you guys. This is becoming kind of difficult here, and now we're starting to run into difficulties. There could be some corrosion here. There we go. A little bit, not a lot, nothing crazy. So this is where we're gonna unscrew this here, which we already, or I did earlier off camera, And we're gonna loosen this, looks like an 8mm screw. Probably better off taking out with getting but that works too. Okay, so we're gonna carefully put this over here for now. Okay. All right, so now comes another crucial moment in the history of this, and that is I may have to remove this air intake. Oops. I'm gonna have to remove this air intake. Just so I can get a clear shot at that line. And I don't like, I still don't like it. I'm messing around with this stuff. There we go. There we go. Let's carefully put this over here. Okay, let me see. Okay, so here we have the connection. This is supposed to be like a little retainer thingy there, which obviously is broken. This has another retainer here, which obviously we got to take out. There might have been a leak there too at some point. Okay, let me get the tools for that. Right, so I'm back with the tool, and this is one of them here. Let me see. I think it's the bigger one on this one. Let me see here. And I hope you guys can see this. I'm sorry, but it's kind of difficult to film. Is this the right one? It appears to be. And work at the same time. Okay, it's in. And I bet you this is probably going to be the hardest part. Okay. Let me see. Okay, so I can wiggle this. I think it came out. Yes, it did. Okay, so that one is out. I just gotta pull it out completely. It's gonna be a little difficult. And you gotta get one side out first. And there we have it. Okay. Now this one here. Okay. Let's try not to. Again, what worries me about this one is the nice, it came out. What worries me is the whole evaporator issue. Okay, so you're gonna carefully just, there we go. Nice. And there you have it. So yeah, I know I'm gonna hurt somebody's feeling blowing compressed air in there. Oh, you shouldn't do that. I know I shouldn't do that. But come on, bro. I don't have a giant tank of CO2 or nitrogen or whatever the heck it is that you guys use. So compressed air is the next thing. Yes, it has moisture. I'm gonna do a good vacuum afterward, and if you don't like it, I'm sorry. please forgive me, but we're working with what we got here. So if you have all that fancy schmancy stuff, kudos to you. You know, my hat goes off to you, but I don't, so I gotta do what I gotta do. Oh, sorry, not trying to be a jerk or anything like that. It's just trust me. I read your comments. I know. I know what somebody's thinking already. Oh, I'm super hurting somebody's feelings right now. Oh man, this little rubber tip has broken. Okay guys, well, I'm not gonna bore you with the rest of this for right now. Let me go ahead and blow as much of this oil out as possible and see what route I'm gonna take next, and then I'll be back with you guys. All right, so we're back. I decided to save you guys the boredom of all the little mumbo jumbos I was gonna do. So basically all I did was, like I finished explaining, I went ahead and blew out the evaporator. Make sure I get as much oil of it as possible. Very little came out, maybe about half an ounce, not even an ounce, I'm sure. And I did the same with the condenser. Nothing came out, so I replaced the line with the orifice tube. I don't know if you guys can see it. New right there. Okay, and I hooked everything up. I put the O-rings, I hooked everything up. I did a vacuum. I put the retrofit adapters on the service ports. As you can see, I got the new accumulator installed. I did add about 3 more ounces to the compressor just to be on the safe side. Nothing really came, nothing measurable did come out of the evaporator. I'm sorry, not the evaporator, but the accumulator. So I just decided to add a couple, 2 or 3 extra ounces of oil just to be safe. So in theory I should have 6 ounces, at least 6 ounces in this system. I could not find a specification for the amount of oil. I looked up in the manual, I couldn't find it. For whatever reason, it's not there. So that's what I decided to do. I did the vacuum decay test. This thing has been in vacuum over an hour. I just turned off the pump, but before I did that, I did a vacuum decay test, which passed. I did not lose any vacuum, so I'm confident that we have a good sealed system here. Anything could happen, but as of right now, I suspect that everything is a-okay. So now we're just gonna give it a charge and see what she does. So we're gonna hook up our R12 A. Open this up. Okay, put this on the scales. Now it says it takes 2 point something pounds, but that's of R12. I think there's a little math or something, a formula for the transition, which I'm not 100% sure of, so I'm just gonna do it by combination of weight and pressure. I know I should at least take over a pound and a half of refrigerant. So we're ready to charge. I'm gonna start in the high side. Okay, we have about almost half a pound, right at half a pound. Okay, it's still taking. We're at 3/4 of a pound, almost a pound, a little over a pound, 1.1 pounds, and still taking. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop it here at 1.4. That should be enough at least to start the compressor. Okay. Alright, so we're at max AC. We're at max AC. The compressor is coming on. That's good. It's cycling. That's good indeed. Oh yeah. So far we're good. Why is this fan not working? Oh. Something got disconnected there. Running like crap, but it's running. Okay, we're still low on refrigerant. Pressures may not be what I expect them to. See what, oh, nice and cold, that's for sure. Nice and cold. So let's go ahead and shut this down. Well, not shut it down, but seal it up so I can get a good I think that's about as much refrigerant as I want to put in it. If anything, I think I probably went a little above what it should have gone. Yeah. It's supposed to be about 2 pounds of R12, but again, that's about as much as I want to put in. Let me get a thermometer on there so you guys can see what the temperatures feel like inside. Alrighty then, so we're at 55, well, less than 55 degrees inside the vehicle, which is pretty cool. I seem to have good return here. The engine stabilized, so that's good. The pressures are pretty good. The high side is a little high at 200, but given the humidity and the heat out here, that it's probably to be expected a little bit. I may have gone a little overboard with the refrigerant. I put a little bit over 1.5 pounds. It feels pretty cold inside. Let's go inside. Okay, ooh, feels really nice in here. Really nice indeed. Wow. Oh yeah. I can put this like on 2 or 3, and we could probably get colder temperatures. As you can see, is dropping. Let's turn on the light. Alright guys, so I'm running out of battery on my camera, so it shut off on me. I apologize. But as you can see here, we're at 49 degrees and dropping. I lowered the fan to number 2 speed. I'm satisfied. Everything is cold. It feels really nice in here. Alright, so the camera turned off again. So I'm just gonna go ahead and conclude the video because I'm running out of battery. Here's the final temperature, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll be coming out with more content.